Hey everybody, this is Greg with Medical Muscle, and I'm going to talk about something that's a little contradictory to what I've pushed in a lot of my other videos, and that's using Anki. So I don't want to say that Anki is not fantastic. It helped me tremendously in term 1 and 2. But in term 3 and definitely in term 4, I started realizing that Anki was not helping me. And definitely in term 5, I just dropped it completely. And it was a scary feeling, but it was probably the best decision I could make. Now, granted, I'm in term 5 and everything is review, so I really don't have to review much, and I get a lot of that review through questions. But these are the top 4 reasons why I think you need to reassess the amount of time that you're doing Anki. So number 1 is it takes a lot of time. It took me at least 2, 3, maybe 4 hours a day, depending on how far I was in a block, to go through my Anki deck. That was a lot of time that could be used for something else. So that goes into my point number 2, and that it can take away time from questions or reviewing material through some other resource to help you understand it, rather than just by straight fact. Okay, that's why I think Anki works very well in term 1 and 2, because you have a lot of facts that you just need to know. Okay, but as you go into term 4 and term 5, where you're going to pathologies, it's not as useful. You can't really utilize facts to answer these complicated questions where it's a lot of different things going on. So that's number 2. Number 3 is you can have 300, 400, 500 cards, and that's going to cause you anxiety. Okay, that caused me a lot of anxiety because I felt like I always had something to do, and I didn't like that feeling. It just kind of depressed me a little bit. So when I stopped Anki, man, I felt much better. So that's something that you really need to consider, right? And number 4 is that the Anki cards are going to make you learn things that you're getting wrong, right? That's how it works. But what you keep seeing over and over again may not be that high yield in an exam. You might just be focusing in on some topic and it takes you a while to understand it, but then it may never show up, okay? It kind of corners you into certain things, when in reality, there are so many other things that you need to be covering, and you may not be aware of that, okay? You find those things out through questions, doing a lot of questions, because then you can kind of know what kind of topics, rather than a card with a specific fact, and you're wasting all this time repeating that same card. And again, you never see it, so that's something that's a little concerning. And I felt like you need to focus on your weak points. You need to identify them through questions, and then review that stuff differently. You know, maybe watch a Boards and Beyond, or watch a Pathoma, or Sketchy, or something like that, to help clarify something that you're not getting. And just beating your head over and over and over with a card is not an effective way to do it. It's passive, it's easy, but it's not a good way to help your understanding. Okay, now if you love Anki like I did in the past, use it. It's a good tool, but it shouldn't get in the way of you doing questions, and you'll see that it really doesn't work well with more complex pathologies that you see in later terms. So use it, try it. If you don't like it, don't worry. It's not the best tool ever. It's just a one resource that you have to do well in medical school. All right, guys. So hope that helps, and I hope you kick butt in your exam.